Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. It's day one of the test match between India and Bangladesh. I am Gargi Raut and joining me today is Ishan Shahane and Devashish Sen and of course Shomik Chakrabarti who's on ground in Chennai. Shomik will go to you first. Tell us about what the atmosphere there is and is there a lot of crowd?
Gargi, is this can you please repeat the question? It's a bit noisy out here.
Oh, I'm on mute. Tell us about the
Hello.
crowd. No, can't hear me?
Yes, yes.
Tell us about the atmosphere there, the crowd.
Yeah,
How is
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. See, the atmosphere. The good thing is that Chennai is a cricket-loving city. I mean, it's not that they only call for white ball cricket or T20. There is a captive audience for Test cricket also. While coming to the ground, I was speaking to a couple of youngsters. Couple of them have come here from Hyderabad even, and the crowd is slowly building up. They love their Test cricket. It's a very knowledgeable fan base here. Obviously, when IPL is played, I mean, it's a different kind of an atmosphere with Dhoni. But people here are also a big. They are also big fans of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. I saw so many Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli shirts. So from that point of view, the crowd is still building, and given that it's a walking day, I think the turnout would be pretty decent.
Yeah. And Ishan and Debashis, as we await the toss results,
Yeah,
there are many
Gargi, I'll
news.
just update you. Obviously, India has
Yeah.
named their 11 for the test match, and Akashdeep Singh is playing. So, India is
Oh,
going in with three fast bowlers, and Akashdeep is being preferred over Kuldeep Yadav. So, a lot has been spoken that India might go in with three spinners, but India, in fact, are going in this test match with three fast bowlers, and Akashdeep is playing has named India has named Akashdeep in the playing 11. So that's a big news, and obviously, with the red soil, lot favoring the bounce and carry. So India have gone in with Akashdeep, and remember he has been the informed bowler. He has done well in the recent Duleep Trophy match. So India has gone definitely. India has gone with the form of Akashdeep.
that's quite interesting. Let's go around the room about this. About how oh, Norman's here. Hi, Norman.
Oh,
Uh, all right. Yes. So let's go around the room and talk about Akashdeep making entry into the team. Ishan, how are you feeling about this? Because we all expected on Chennai on Chepok's ground that you'd be going it with more spinners than pacers, but India has adopted a different strategy this time.
yeah, I think they opted to go with the benefit of form. Guy. I think like Devashish mentioned here, that Akashdeep has been in reasonably good form. He's been bowling well, and if you're in good form, you want to try playing your best 11. So only in the recent matches he's done well. So I think this is one of the reasons to include him in the side, and it will give him a world of confidence as well. To be competing in the first test, to do well over here will mean a lot to him. So I think it's a good call. He's one of those bowlers who likes to hit the deck, runs in well, is very economical. So I think this is the good move by the Indian team here. But obviously, this is a test match. This is not a domestic game. This is not a Duleep Trophy. So obviously, the expectation and pressure will be much more. So how he handles all of this will be interesting to see. But I think Akashdeep is a good call. I think using your players who are in good form to get them out as fast as possible is the best way to get extract the best out of them.
Shomik, I think, is having some internet issues, but Shomik, can you confirm if you can hear me?
Yeah, I think the internet is stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think he's stuck. But Devashish, we also have the toss update, and Bangladesh has won the toss and chosen to bowl first. There's a bit of moisture on the wicket, as Hossein Shanto is saying. And Rohit Sharma also said that he would have liked to bowl first as well because the pitch looks soft. Talking about all of this, how are you feeling about India going in with three seamers?
Yeah, absolutely.
About India,
Bangladesh winning the toss and bowling first, so and they have a good fast bowlers, and obviously someone like a Nahid Rana, Hassan Mahmood, and Taskin Ahmed. And they have, pardon, Gargi?
Please go on. Yeah.
Yeah, so it will be a big huge challenge for Bangladesh. Means they if they have to unsettle the Indians, they have to just first get rid of the Indian top order. And remember, Yashasvi Jaiswal has had a terrific it has been terrific in longer format. Obviously, he has scored runs, so that will be a huge challenge. For Bangladesh fast bowlers, so they have to make in only inroads. And remember, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are coming after a long break. So if they can get in, making early inroads and get into that middle order, then obviously they would feel happy having won the toss and deciding to bowl first.
Soumik, yeah, how are you feeling about this? Please continue.
see, there is a sense of confidence. There's a sense of quiet confidence that India are a better team, and India, in fact, I mean, Bangladesh are riding high after beating Pakistan in their lay, but India are a different ball game altogether. And Bangladesh captain Nazmul Hussain Shanto, he said as much at yesterday's pre-match press conference. Then no, he said that we are aware of the challenge that lies ahead, and I mean, see, player to player, India is superior. So from that point of view, and as we have mentioned many times, that it's a red soil wicket, which will not break easily. So that is also advantage India in the sense that if India, I mean, when India bats, if they can post a big total, Bangladesh should be under serious pressure. So everything taken into account, see, without Jasprit Bumrah, it is 60-40 in favor of India. With Jasprit Bumrah in the team, I would say it is 80-20 in favor of India.
Yeah. And sports fan is here saying, when did India last go with three pacers in a home test? It must be years. But yeah, we certainly did not expect this. Ishan, but when we talk about the wicket over there, both the captains, Rohit Sharma and Najmul, have said that the wicket looks a bit soft and that there's a bit of moisture. How do you think the Bangladesh pacers or the spinners as well can take advantage of the pitch conditions that are present at the moment?
So I think yes. So I think it. I think in my opinion, it might be a little slow early on. So I think it'll take some time getting used to this conditions because when they were playing against Pakistan as well, those are completely different conditions out there, and which might have suited them a lot more. So I think at this stage they might take some time to get used to the conditions because it won't be something that they're too familiar with. But maybe they might get like they probably will get used to it over a period of time, and they might end up playing in the fashion that they want to play. But in my opinion, Gagi, I think India definitely will have the upper hand to begin with here because you have thought about this already. You already knew how the conditions are going to be, and I think they selected the side according to that. So India will definitely go in with the upper hand, and Bangladesh will struggle initially, in my opinion. But hopefully, we can see a good contest later on from there, where even they can compete equally and give a good fight to this Indian team.
Devashish, I wanted to talk about the Bangladesh spinners as well. Although they are a bit inexperienced when it comes to playing at Chepauk, but they are still good. You can't underestimate or write off any of the spinners at this point. With the kind of batting lineup we have, the squad that you've just mentioned, how do you think? Do you think it will be a challenge? And the pitch, when you account the pitch as well.
I won't say that Bangladesh spinners are inexperienced. Gargi, means when you talk about a
No,
Shakib
I
Al
mean
Hasan or a
on the ground,
or
on this ground, on this venue,
yeah,
they have
absolutely,
not
absolutely.
played.
But they do have that firepower as far as that spinners are concerned. So someone like a Shakib Al Hasan who brings in a wealth of experience. Then you have a Mehdi Hassan Mirad who has done tremendously well. And in fact, in a few years from now, he might actually be preferred over Shakib. Means given the form he has been in last few test matches, he has been the highest run scorer for Bangladesh. In fact, the highest run scorer for Bangladesh in the last 6 test matches in this WTC cycle. along with 20 picking 23 wickets in the last 6 Test matches. So that speaks volumes about his quality he brings in. Means in the recent times, if you look at the Bangladesh Test lineup, Mehdi Hassan Miraj has been the go-to player when it comes to an all-rounder along with Shakib Al Hasan. So both these spinners have done well in recently, but yes, as you rightly said, it will be a new conditions. They will be tested against the quality Indian batting, but Indian batting too has been vulnerable against quality spin attack. So it goes to be seen how it will be an interesting battle between between these two Bangladeshi spinners against the Indian batters.
Shomik, your thoughts on this? Shomik, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, your thoughts on India facing Bangladesh spinners. Will it be a challenge in these conditions?
See, Bangladesh have quality spinners, two very experienced spinners in Shakib Al Hassan and Mehdi Hassan Miraz. Together, they have 400 odd test wickets. I think it's 414. They have played a hell lot of test matches together. But India I mean, if the pitch were a rank turner, then the gap between the two sides would have been narrowed. I think on a good pitch, and you see the team combination, Indian team combination, and you get the feeling that the Indian team is not expecting the ball to turn square. So from that point of view, I think and the batting lineup India were depleted against England, but the batting lineup they have now, Virat is back, KL Rahul is back, Rishabh is back, and Rishabh is going to be very important against the spinners. So I think once again it is advantage India.
Absolutely. And we're coming at the end of the show, but Ishan, if I were to ask for predictions, I know it's wild to give any predictions right now, but who do you think will score the most in the first session? Let's talk about it like that. Yeah, let's
Uh,
try to predict
I
that.
think in the first session, I think the Indians might just take a little bit time to just see how the conditions are playing out at the moment. They get going, we can expect a lot of runs from the bat of Rohit Sharma Gagi. I feel he might really explode if he settles into the wicket. Initially, they'll take some time. The amount of runs he might score in the first session, I'm not entirely sure. It depends on how good. This is the first Test match they're playing after so long. I think both these teams are, haven't played a Test match against each other in a while. They're not used to each other's teams in that sense. So it'll be difficult to see how they actually get going and how freely they play. But Rohit Sharma will take his time early on, and after that, if he gets settled in, we can really expect some fireworks.
Devashish, it's always exciting to see Yashasvi Jaiswal bat in tests because he comes in with that same aggressive approach that he bats in T20s as well. Are you excited to watch him after a long time?
Yeah, more than Yashasvi, I am very excited. Means to see what the approach of the Indian team will be under Gautam Gambhir as coach. Especially means obviously we have already seen in T20s that it means obviously going in slam bang right from the word go. But it will be interesting how the approach of the Indian team will be now that they are batting first after losing the toss, and obviously the owners will be Yashasvi Jaiswal, who has been phenomenal in test matches for India. In the last 9 test matches, he has scored more than 1,000 runs. In fact, 1,028 runs to be precise. So it will be interesting whether he plays the attacking shots, and I'm sure Rohit Sharma. So both these Indian openers, as Ishan said, will love to spend some time because we all know that Rohit Sharma is coming back after a long break. Since that, and both Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul are coming in after a long break. So it will be interesting what the approach of the Indian openers will be. Yes, they might love to go through the first few overs, means say 7, 8 overs, just have a look at the feel of the wicket, and then Faraz might take play in a positive frame of mind. Score means I would see anything around 100 runs in the first session if India does not lose any wicket.
And Shomik, let's sign off with this question. Like Devashi said, this is the beginning of the era of a very powerful trio in Indian cricket: Rohit Sharma, Gautam Gambhir, and Virat Kohli. All three of them coming together, three senior most coach, and of course two most senior, most players as well. How excited are you to see how much this, how much change this trio brings into Indian cricket and their approach?
Gargi, I would say, as far as the approach is concerned, yesterday
There we go. That's network issues for you, but it always happens outside of a stadium. So, if anyone, Ishan, Devashish, do you guys, any of you want to take that question ahead?
Yeah, as I rightly said just a few minutes back, obviously in the approach of the Indian team, it will be interesting to see what the approach will be like. And in fact that both the teams reckon that there will be bounce and carry. So Bangladesh also going in with three fast bowlers and it will be interesting how the Indian players, Indian batters especially face the likes of Nahid Rana because he has been a sensation as far as the Bangladesh fast bowlers is concerned given the pace with which he bowls. Nahid Rana he has been highly regarded in Bangladesh, obviously after that series win against Pakistan. So with Taskin Ahmed, Hassan Mahmood, and Nahid Rana, the three-pronged pace attack, it will be interesting how the Indian batters, especially the openers, handle them. But talking about India, as far as India's perspective is concerned, it will be interesting to see whether Yashasvi Jaiswal stick with his positive approach, playing some aggressive shots, not letting loose the opportunity to score. So and everything to look forward to in the first session.
Yes. Somak is back, so why don't you continue your point? Lots of noise. Can you hear me, Shomik? I think there's still some network issues, but I don't think he can hear me. Anyways, we'll be back at lunch, so it'll be interesting to see how the first inning begins because India is going in to bat first, and it'll be interesting how they take up the challenge of the Bangladesh spinners in these conditions. Chepauk is always a delight to watch. So stay tuned to Rev Sports. We'll be back at lunch. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.